And we are live. What's up, notjust developers? Welcome back to a new live stream. Today is going to be something different. Today is going to be special. We're not going to do an educational tutorial in this live stream. What we're going to do is, let's say, a community-driven build where you guys will suggest me ideas and I'm going to try to implement anything that you recommend. And at the end, we're going to see what kind of application we end up with. So it's going to be very interactive. Please be active in the live chat. Today, I want to work together with you to build something interesting. So yeah, that's going to be our community build. You can start dropping your ideas in the live chat. And if we're not going to have enough activity, or if we're not going to have good ideas, we always have ChatGPT that can save our day. So make sure to drop by your ideas. And actually, let's start with sourcing the ideas, starting with what category of application should we build today. So write down what specifically you're interested in, being it a social media, a chat application, utility application, fitness, I don't know, finance, anything. So let's start from here. We're going to have a vote in a moment, and then we can get started. And throughout the video, we're going to, again, take ideas that you guys drop in the live chat. And while you're writing it in the live chat right now, I wanted to remind you that this week only, we have a limited time promotion for our full stack mobile development course. You can join by Sunday, which is 2 days more. You can join with 25% discount by using the June 25 coupon code at the checkout. So if you are interested in becoming better React Native developer, mastering building full-time mobile applications with React Native, then check out the link in the description below and take advantage of this offer because it's gonna go away and we usually don't do discounts. So that's the plan for today. Let's roll the intro and let's start looking at the ideas that you guys recommend. All right, so we already have some interesting things, but please be mindful of the size of application that you're recommending, because it's not everything is possible in one day. So building some kind of a very complicated applications with video calling and so on, we will not get into that today. Let's try to see something more interesting, easier to implement. Maybe we can do a couple of them, but smaller. So the first question was, what app category should we start with? So drop them here. I don't see a lot of them yet, but we can source some ideas. Some app that integrates AI. That's a very good idea. Some app that integrates UI. The clone that you saw on the thumbnail, I think we're gonna get demonetized right away. But yeah, maybe we can do it off the platform of YouTube, if that's what you're interested in. Hello from Tunisia. Hello, guys. React Native mobile application, yes. LinkedIn clone. LinkedIn clone, actually, it's a very good idea for a dedicated tutorial. And I don't think we have it in our idea. So let me add it here, LinkedIn clone. And yeah, that's going to be the way we're going to do it. If we find some very good ideas for dedicated tutorials, we're going to write it down and maybe in the next streams, we're going to do it. Payment gateway. Payment gateway is kind of a feature. Let's see. Social media application. Okay, let's start the poll, and I'm gonna put here some categories that I find. So the first one is social media. Social media. What else? Banking application, let's say finance. Yes, I see finance. Where something with computer vision, oh, that would be interesting. Social media application, not only, but also with chat application and video sharing and live streaming and notification system. Do you think that's possible to be done in one live stream? That would be a very long live stream. I don't think YouTube supports this long. Collaboration in Instagram. Polo is a content creation application. Note-taking mobile application similar to Notion or Obsidian. Let's put this under the utility applications, and we're gonna look for something else for another app category. So Netflix, finance, Laravel, booking application. Banking, we have finance, full stack learning application like Udemy. That's a good idea, but what we're gonna manage to do today? Maybe we can manage to do something. So learning platform or learning application, something like that. Let's run this poll, and maybe if we find something more, we can do more of them. Multi-vendor e-commerce. E-commerce, that's another good one. But while you're voting, what I'm gonna do is let's go ahead and initialize the project, so it's gonna be ready for us when we decide what we actually build. So let's go ahead in our projects. Community project. All right, so let's initialize our project using create expo application at latest, and it's gonna be our community project. And I'm gonna start with an example with router to have the expo router initialize in our application. A game. So let me, where are my notes? Maybe we can run another poll and then we can have some finalists if we're gonna have time. So some other ideas were a game. Then what else did we have there? How do I window? Oh, come on. What else do we have here? What else besides a game? Multiplayer game. Okay, language learning application, dog walker application, booking application, course building app similar to Teachable. Okay, oh my god, there are so many. Maybe something with language. Game, yes. Multi-vendor e-commerce. Do we have e-commerce in the first one? Let's see. No, we do not have it. So let's add it in the second one. E-com. What else do we have? a dream recorder. Maybe an AR app. Oh. Pomodoro. More videos with GraphQL. Yes, definitely we're gonna do that. Like a barbershop application were similar. Let's put this barbershop and every other like booking application that books one-on-one in-person services. How should we call this category? Appointment. So we have 3 more. In our first one, you know who won? In our first one, utility application won actually with 28%. So let me take notes of this and we're gonna run another poll. Hopefully we're gonna get into the working mode soon. Round 2. So we have a game. For the first one, we have kind of a language learning application, which I don't know what we're gonna do there. We have an ecom, and we have an appointment app. Let's do it like this. And Mr. Frank, thank you very much for recommendation and for the donation. Mr. Frank is recommending a personal budgeting application. That's a very good idea. And maybe I can, for everyone that are watching right now, I can give a little sneak peek of what we're gonna do during July. During July, I plan to actually build a real application and share the whole process with you here on the channel. So yeah, if you're interested in that, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna come with more details later, but it's somewhere in the direction of Mr. Frank idea of personal budgeting application or something like that. My goal is to actually build an application and launch it on market to show you the whole process. So we have 31 people voting for the game, still 29 votes. Let's maybe wait until we get 50 votes and then we're gonna know exactly which app people want more. Now appointment application is winning. Game, multiplayer, auction bidding war. We could, I was thinking about like some kind of, I actually asked ChatGPT for some ideas. And there are some, I was looking more towards like useless app ideas that would be just built for fun, but you guys are recommending some really good applications. So the one that I was looking at is this kind of weird, dumb, extreme counting application that is just every time you press on the screen, it increases a counter, and the aim is to be the highest in the world. And just adding like this multiplayer functionalities to a simple app like that would be interesting to see like a global leaderboard of who made the most clicks in the application. But yeah, 39 votes, 10 more votes, and then we're gonna decide. And I think I already see what application you guys want. So I think there is a possible winner. Let's wait for a couple of more votes. Let's get to 50 votes, guys. If you haven't, make sure to vote, and then we can get started. Okay. Meanwhile, our project has been initialized. We can open it in Visual Studio Code. And let's do npm start. Let's open it on iOS. Yeah, where is the voting part? It's in the chat, like there should be the voting. We need 2 more votes and I can end this poll, and probably we can have some we can get started. 50 votes, all right, end poll. And we have in the second voting, we have appointment application with 36% as a winner. And in the first voting, we had the, which one? The utility application, 28%. Both of them have 50 votes. That means that more people voted for the appointment application. And the last final voting, let's see if everyone is good with this decision and if we should move forward with the appointment application. Should we build the appointment? All right. What you will build today? Today, if you're just joining, today is going to be a very special build. Today is a community-driven build. So I'm going to build everything or anything that you guys suggest. And we started with choosing together as a community the category of application that we're going to build. And in the end, the appointment type application won the voting. So yes, I see that 67% of people, 70% are excited about building an appointment application. Who should it be targeted to? Like what profession? Like what kind of appointments are there, guys? So there are appointments for barbers, for nails, for salons, for what else? We have our application ready. I just need for us to understand specifically what kind of appointment application we are building. And then we can, I will try to give a try to some tools, some AI tools for user interfaces designing. And I saw it today and I wanted to give it a try. So maybe we can do it today. So health appointment, that's a very good one. So let me run another poll. One is going to be health, barber, or let's say maybe a more general category for barbers is, hairstyle, hair. What else do we have here? Appointment with a doctor and so on. Yes, that's going to be a health appointment. We have, barbershop, property, real estate appointments, maybe also. Global, that can be used everywhere. I will try to, I want to be a bit more specific, because when we're going to work with AI, I want to ask him specific questions like design something for this. A lot of people, artisans. What's the, can you give me more ideas about appointments for artisans, like how that would work? Property dealer appointment. Dating. Dating is also some kind of appointment. So give me one more, guys. Give me one more. Yes, we have, Aman, we have health for that. One more. We need one more. So I'm going to start the poll with health, with barber, or like, let's have barber separate and then salons, like beauty salons, maybe. And the last one is real estate. So let's see what the community will vote. Investors. So yeah, I just published the voting. Go ahead and choose the application that we're gonna build. And we already have here our application. I initialize our application in index.js file that is going to be here. Should we go ahead and use TypeScript or maybe not? No, let's keep it simple probably for this. No, let's use TypeScript. Do I want to use TypeScript or not? Let's use it. So I just simply change the name of a file to TS, maybe TSX actually. And after starting the project again, it will ask me if I want to install and set up TypeScript in my project, and I say yes. So we have the health application is kind of winning today. Restaurants was a very good category. Yep. Okay, so I think we have a winner. I'm gonna let the voting happen a bit more. Come on, what's going on here? Yes, everything is working perfectly. Okay. All right, so with 42 votes, we can end this poll, and the winner is the health application. Like our the idea for this video like took a turn like so badly from the thumbnail that you saw and you clicked to building a health appointment application. That's something else. But yeah, let's build this one. Let's see where we will go. And make sure to keep adding ideas in the live chat, because I'm gonna try to basically let you decide like exactly what we're gonna build. So as I said, I really want to give a try to one tool that I saw these days to try to generate some UI using artificial intelligence. So this is not a sponsored video. I just want to give it a try. Maybe it's not even gonna work. But we have this generate with auto designer. And here I can select a mobile application. I can describe the project in plain English. So what are we trying to build? An app, an appointment application for with AI you have to put your thoughts into proper words. Come on, Vadim. A health application to manage doctor's appointments. Yes. What's gonna be the style? Pick a keyword or both. It's going to be minimalistic. I don't know, maybe we can add some keywords like health application that would show, I don't know, like trust. Let's go with a light theme, formal, or maybe even elegant. So let's try this one. Let's try. Build the backend with Supabase. If we get to the backend, like I really only plan to do the front end for today. But if we get to the backend, oh my God, I already see so many things here. But let's have a look at the auto-generated user interface. So we're gonna start with getting started. Take control of your health, start, so one, email, password. Find doctors. You have upcoming appointments. current medication, find your doctor. Oh boy. Filter and search. What do we have here? Find a doctor. We have some search list here for what? Book your appointment. Search by specialty. Search by doctor's name. What is Vadim is currently using? It's a tool from uizard.io. Stay active. I'm not sure if this UI is giving me a lot of directions, to be honest. Let's first of all think about what is the most important feature in an appointment management system, even if it's for doctors. It's the ability to search doctors and then knowing his availability to book an appointment with him, and after that maybe on the main screen to show like your next appointments or something like that. So I'm not sure how much this UI will help. What if we try again? What do you say? What if we say a health application to manage doctor's appointments? Users can search for doctors and choose an available spot. On the home screen, users will see his next appointments. Minimalistic health application. What else for the style, guys? Let's see. Shows by location on a map. Interesting. Ask ChatGPT to create it. The style, to create the style, how would you do that with ChatGPT? Because I'm interested in using any kind of tools today. Like, it's whatever you say, guys. You can use expo locations for them. If we're gonna use the maps, maybe. So here, what do we have? Find a doctor. This is the sign up screen. We have a home screen with search for doctor's appointments. We have a search where you choose the specialty. Yep. And then you see results with doctors. Perfect. And we're gonna take it from there. What do you say? So what do we need first? Maybe again, like I don't want to go crazy with a lot of screens. Like for me, I think the search is the most important part in this, and that's where we can start from. Maybe later we're gonna have a home page. And yeah. Let's start with the home page. Let's display this kind of a search bar. And whenever we press on this search bar, we're going to be redirected right to this page. Come on. When you press on the search, let's redirect the user right here with the search results, where he can, like type and so on. So, okay, should we use some UI libraries? That's the question. I've been using React Native Paper for a couple of projects, React Native Paper, and it was simplifying me a lot of stuff. Not sure, should we use it now? So, tell me guys in the chat, should we use UI library? I believe it's gonna save us a bit of time. In order not to do, like we definitely should do it. Then the question is, what UI library should we use? React Native Paper? Should we try something else? If we try something that I don't have experience with, what if it's gonna take a while to install and get used to it? Native base. I don't have a lot of experience with native base. But again, like it's up to you guys. So now recommend a couple of other UI libraries that you see, and then we're gonna do a poll. Native base. So do they have components? So we have React Native Paper, we have native base. Getting started, utility first. Is it like utility first library? Because if it is, like, it's gonna take me a lot of time to build everything. I need pre-made UI components if we want to move faster. So maybe they have, they have like kind of a box. What else? Horizontal stack, vertical stack, forms. I don't see a lot of UI. Like I see, it's more like a Tailwind, right? Like a utility. I will not have a lot of components, in my opinion. What else? UI kitten, UI kitten. What's the UI kitten? Documentation. React Native Elements. React Native Elements. So where are the components? I don't know, button. Oh, here they are. There is card. There is. Why do we need an image for? Pricing card, maybe search bar. Let's go with paper. Let's do the voting, not to waste a lot of time. So React Native Paper, React Native Elements. It's your choice, guys. Native base. And what else? What else? Did I skip anything? Maybe Tamagui? Okay, so guys, go ahead and vote for the UI library that we're gonna use. Meanwhile, what I'm gonna do is, okay, I'm gonna set up some screens that we're gonna need. So we said that we're gonna have, where is our thing? So we're gonna start with home screen here. So this index is going to be our home screen. Then it's gonna redirect us to the search. So we're also gonna have the search.tsx, and I'm gonna put everything in Stack Navigator in order to have like tabs at the top. So for example, I'm gonna have the underscore layout.tsx with export default function root layout, and let's do return stack that is imported from export router. And now we're gonna have, yes, the header, and we can adjust what it says using stack.screen. Here we're gonna have a name, index, and the options. We're gonna have title. What should be the title? Find doctors. I don't know. Find doctors. Find doctors. And for the search, the search will actually have a search bar there. So what I'm gonna need there, here is search. Maybe I don't even need anything for now. Let's just navigate there. So to navigate there, I'm going to, in the main container here, maybe even in the container, let's have this kind of, we're gonna have a component that looks like search, but let's go with just text. Go search your doctor, and this actually is not gonna be a text, but it's gonna be a link that will redirect to the /search. The link should be imported from export router. Come on, link, come on, from export router. And now if I'm gonna press search your doctor, we're gonna be redirected here. Unmatched route, because it's search. Why is it unmatched? /search. Oh, because in the search, I don't have any component yet. So React Native function export search screen. Come on, screen. Let's see, search screen. Yes, we have at least two screens for this. And let's have a look at what library you chose. React Native Paper. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for choosing something that I used in the past. Please use export router production ready. Yes, export router is production ready. So let's go ahead and start by installing, by closing everything else and installing React Native Paper. So from the documentation, let's go to getting started. Let's install it in our application. And do we need anything else? We need React Native Safe Area Context, but let's check if our project doesn't have it already. For example, where can we see it? Come on. Safe Area Context, we already have it. npx pod install, we don't need it because it's expo. Vector icons, we don't need them. If you use expo, you don't need to install. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Everything is fine. Now we need the paper provider for the root application, and that's we're gonna use that in our layout. So let's import paper provider from React Native Paper, and let's encapsulate our screens with paper provider. And this paper provider is just for the theme, to pass the theme down to the rest of the components. Okay. Does it have some kind of, in the components, search bar? Snack bar, search bar. Search bar is a simple input box where users can type search queries. I just want on the home screen this search bar to simply navigate me there. Search bar. So maybe I can use a search bar and just put it inside a on press event or something like that. Let's see, in the index at inside our main, let's try to put the search bar that we're not actually gonna use, but cannot find search bar. Let's import it from search bar from React Native paper. So where is the search bar? I don't see it. What? Oh, it should be with lower search bar like this. Their documentation is outdated. Okay, nonetheless, don't like this idea. I don't like the idea of using this search bar just to navigate. So I'm gonna do it myself, of course. View, then inside the view, a text. Search, what does it say? Search for doctor's appointments. Then this view will have a style. The style will be, let's say, styles.searchbar. And yeah, that's it for now. Let's add it here below the main. And I just need the search bar to have a border with very, very small style sheet hairline width, and the padding 10, the border radius 20, even 50 can go. That's better. For the main, I don't want to justify things in the center. I want to start from the top. Maybe the container will have a background color of white. Yep. And yes, that's kind of it. If I really want, I can also add expo icons to add an icon at the end of it. So search is going to be this one. So let's render it after the text. We need to import and design, of course. And it's gonna be a smaller, like 20. And for the search bar, we're gonna use a flex direction row to put them in the same row, and justify content space between to put them on the other side. Maybe align items center. Yep. And the text itself, oh, it's okay. It's okay. Let's keep it like this. And the only thing that we need right now is to, whenever we press on this, to go to the next page. So for that, I'm going to transform from a view to a pressable in order to handle press events. And then I'm going to encapsulate it inside the link towards our search page. So here, href/search. Now, if I'm going to press, nothing happens. Maybe as child press, it goes there. And I wanted to check, does it have to be a pressable? Yes, it has to be a pressable. Okay, perfect. So we have our first home screen here. with the first button that will take us to the search screen. Okay, let's move on to the search screen. So the search screen here, we need a search, an actual search input at the top. For that, I'm gonna use the React navigation search bar feature to enable the search bar that is going to be added inside the header. So configuring the header bar, where is it? Search. No, it's not here. Header search bar options. So I'm gonna take this code from here. Let's use it in our search. And let's add the navigation set options. So where do we get navigation? We get the use navigation from Export Router. We're gonna get navigation from there. And we're gonna set the search bar options. Yes, we have a search bar right away. And what are the options that we can set there? I don't like using react.use things. I want to right away import them. So let's double check what search bar options. Supported properties are described. Only supported on iOS. Okay. Okay, but what options does it support? There is the so these are the properties: hide navigation, hide one scroll. Okay, input type text, placeholder, text color on blur, a callback that gets called when search bar has lost focus, and also on change text. And what else? And that's it. So we need the on change text to update a state variable. So let's have a state variable here. Search, set search equal use state, initialize with empty string. And here for the header search bar options, we can do on change text. What's gonna be the event? Is it like this? Set search. And here, search screen, then let's render the value that we are searching for. So now if I'm gonna say ABC, I think I don't see this view because of what they explain at the top. Content and state behavior automatically in your scroll view flat list or header transparent false. So we will have a flat list here. So let me actually add a flat list with no data basically, and render item. I don't know yet. No. So should this view have some kind of padding top? How do we know that? Oh my God. maybe if the text is going to be part of the header, list header component. In that situation, will it work? Also kind of bad. But that's okay. Someone say what he is building. So today is a community-driven build. I'm building everything that you guys suggest. At the beginning of this stream, we first had a voting session on the category of application that we're gonna build, and you all chose an appointment application. After that, we had a poll to get more specifics into what kind of appointment application. So we ended up choosing a health appointment application, and we generated some user interfaces, which we're gonna try to build today. So what we are gonna focus right now is on the search component, and then we're gonna see our screens. So we have the flat list. Then, the next step is going to be to focus on rendering the list of doctors here. So as we can see here, we have image, we have name, and we have the doctor. How is it called? Specialty, something like that. So let's go ahead and try it out with ChatGPT. Let's go to GPT-4 and let's generate some dummy data. Generate 20 dummy data items for a list of doctors. Every doctor should have an ID, name, image, and a specialty, or how is it called, like profession, something like that. And that's it. For images, use publicly accessible URLs. Let's see what ChatGPT gives us. Sure, here is okay, 001, John Smith. I don't think this is correct, to be honest. Come on, why did you stop? Are we gonna use JSON? Yeah, for the dummy data, we're gonna use JSON. Oh, I imported that component from React Native screens. Okay, that is my bad. Why did you stop generating? Do you know some kind of URLs with dummy like lorem ipsum images? Lorem ipsum. Fake avatars URLs. Specific image, ID, random image, seed. For pictures, use URLs with this. with the next structure. Let's do 200 over 200. And here is going to be doctor ID. Make sure to replace doctor ID with the ID of the item. Let's see if it's smart enough. Okay, didn't work. If I restart, let's try again. Our system have the unusual activity from your system. ¿Por qué? No. And GPT-3? No. No, please. What I'm gonna do? Yes, yes, it works. Yes, by this and images I think are working pretty well. So knowing this data, we can go ahead and already start defining the structure of our components that we're gonna need. So let's go ahead and create a separate component for this kind of a doctor. So I'm gonna create our source folder, and in the source folder, let's create the components. And inside the components, let's create a file called doctor list item.tsx. Doctor list item, and here we're gonna receive doctor, and we can display doctor.name. Okay, so back in our index, not in the index, but in the search, in the flat items, when rendering an item, we're gonna get this item and we will render a doctor list item where doctor is the item itself. And in a moment, we're gonna put some data here, but if I add 1, 2, 3, nothing is working. Of course, let's see ChatGPT, how is it doing? It generated some of them, not all of them, but it's okay. I'm okay with 14, or maybe I can even tell him to continue. But in the, let's add a folder data, and here search.json. Okay, so back in our search, let's import this dummy data. Import search data from data, then search. So search data is going to be used by the flat list, and we already have the names there. Perfect. So now let's focus our attention on the doctor list item. And for every doctor, what we're going to render here? We're going to render some kind of a card with image, name, and an icon. Should we ask ChatGPT to do that? Should we look into the React Native paper? Maybe that's going to be some kind of a card. And the card has image, but the image is on top. So not exactly what I'm looking for. Maybe avatar image. Yes, avatar text, avatar image, icon. Okay. I'm gonna need this avatar image. But let's use ChatGPT. Maybe it was gonna help. Render render the component that will display one doctor from the above list on the screen. It should be a container with the image on the left. In the center container, we will have the name and the specialty, and at the end of the container an icon with arrow right. What else? Use round corners and shadows. Let's see. Does React Native Paper support web? Not sure. Haven't tried it, but I think for most of the components, yeah. Using on web. Check out this documentation for that. So we have why is it they say render the component, but they didn't say it should be in React Native. It should be in React Native. Are you using, guys, ChatGPT in your day-to-day work? Doctor card, we have an image with a source, style, then okay, kind of looks good. React Native elements. Let's see. Yep, let's take a look. Let's copy the code and let's paste it here. Now, the only thing is that I'm not using React Native elements. I'm using, where is it? Expo icons. And from here, let's do right. And I'm going to use this one from Ant Design. So if I go here, and design is not imported, let's go ahead and import it. And where everything disappeared, container. Where did you disappear? Come on. It crashed my simulator or what? Let's make it to 100 live viewers. Let's go. Share it with your friends and help us reach 100 viewers. That would be really dope. What's going on? Come on, iOS. Something happened with my simulator, but let's try to run it again. So from the home screen, let's go to the search for doctors, and here we have it. It actually looks very similar to what we had there. I'm not sure where the hello is coming from, probably from the search TSX here, from the list header component. I don't need that one. Maybe the padding should be, I don't know, 150. Texture should be, What if a flat list is the first one? That's weird. But that's a very small one. Like, I really don't want to like, I'm gonna fix it, but it might take us a couple of minutes. So let's go ahead and move on and check the doctor list item here. Maybe for the flat list content container style, maybe we can add padding 10. Yep, looks better. And for the doctor list item for the container, think there is too much vertical spacing. So padding, not padding. Let's do margin bottom 20 is too much. 10 should be better. And even padding 20. 15. Is it better? Yes. And this one black, maybe dark gray. Yes, looks better. And what else? For the name, maybe margin bottom 5. Yep. And if we look here, it looks quite similar to these ones. I'm okay with it. Maybe the image should be smaller. Maybe 50 and the 50. The container border radius maybe even much more, like this. Yep, looks good. For the background color of the page, so on the search.tsx, let's do background color white. Okay, that's good. So we have a list of doctors. We can even I can even show you how you can implement searching for these doctors. So simply by searching on the front end, it's not that complicated. What we have to do is we have this search field here. We have a list of basically doctors. So we're gonna have another state variable called filtered doctors, set filtered doctors, use state. So we can create a use effect that will filter our doctors whenever the search field updates. So we can say if, let's say, set filter doctors based on all the data dot filter, where the doctor dot name equal doctor equal to the search term. Maybe it doesn't even have to be equal complete, but it should include. So if doctor.name dot, let's also do two lowercase dot includes, if it includes the search thing dot to lowercase, we put both the search field and the doctor name in lowercase in order to make the searching. So what's happening? I don't know. Is it working? John? No. Oh, but we need to use the filter doctors inside our flat list. So not all of them, but only the filtered. So Johnson. Yes, it works. And if I take out everything, we see all of them. And maybe you can even do like to search based on the specialty. So for example, if I search now like cardiologist, nothing shows up, but you can add an extra comparison here to check it either the name or the doctor dot specialty to lowercase includes search to lowercase. So here we're see cardiologist, and we can also do dermatologist, and so on. So this search works on both of them. What I want to do here? What's up with? I think I will regret going with TypeScript, because now I have to specify the types. Maybe a bit later. So now it works okay. We can search. And now whenever we press on this item, by the way, the view should have a flex 1 to make sure that we fulfill everything. React navigation, get the height of header. Use header height. Will it work? Let's see. We will import in this case, I don't have React navigation, I have export router. React navigation elements, what's that? And header height. Can I show it? Can I show it somewhere? For example, here as a text. 91, and if I, where is the search bar? 91, it's always 91. You see? You also need to specify content instant adjustment behavior to automatic. Okay. In your scroll view flat list, if you don't have a scroll view. So I need to set this one in the scroll view. And what if it's going to be the root one? Yes, it works. Yes, perfect. Perfection. I just need to go back to this view to add the background color and the flex one to the content container style. Let's see. Background white, yes. Maybe in general style, I need this. Yes, not to see that. Yes, it looks very, very good. Okay, now the next step for us is going to be the doctor's page, where we will be able to create that appointment. So for that, we're going to have a new page in our application, and that page is going to be a dynamic page. So let's start with creating a folder doctor, and then let's create a file here, id.tsx. And whenever we navigate to /doctor/something, The last part is going to be parsed in this ID. So now we can do React Native functional export. Doctor's page or screen. So in this case, we can take the ID from use search params. And yeah, this ID, based on this ID, we're going to be able to search for that specific doctor. All right, now in the doctor list item here, instead of this view, we're going to transform it to a pressable in order to be able to press on these items. And I'm going to encapsulate them in a link that will redirect to the URL. Which URL? It's going to be /doctor, because that's our folder name, then the ID. So the ID is going to be doctor.id. The only thing left is to import our link from Export Router. And if I'm going to, let's do as child. Yes. If I'm going to press now, we're going to go to doctor with ID 1, then doctor with ID 2, and so on and so forth. Perfect. Now the idea is, what do we do on this page, on the doctor's page? What features do we need there? We need a possibility to see his availability and to select a specific schedule, right? Does it have details of a doctor page? And for choosing appointments, I think I'm going to go with React Native Calendar, if I'm not mistaken, from Wix. We've been working with some calendar libraries, which was really cool. Where is the documentation? Official documentation site here. So we have agenda, we have a calendar list, expandable, and so on. Okay, so guys, how's it going so far? Really hate that my light from this part broke. It doesn't turn on for some reason, and I'm like half in the shadow. Okay, so let's go ahead, and I think before that, let me actually commit everything. Git add. What else should we do, guys? Come on. Are you using Export Router for navigation or React navigation? For this project, I'm using Export Router. As you can see, like we have our up directory with the pages that we have, and it automatically implemented like all the navigation between these screens. Shahid, hello. For everyone that are just joining, the idea of today's stream is I'm building the things that you suggest me to do. So at the beginning, we ran some polls, and you guys decided to build an appointments application for doctors, like a health appointment. So that's what we're doing right now. So far, we are 1 hour in, and we have a couple of screens, like the home screen, then the search screen that actually has the implemented search, like you can search for specific things, and then you can go to the doctor's page. So now our goal is to go ahead and implement this details page of a doctor. For that, I'm thinking about using some kind of calendar or agenda where we will show all the available spots. So let's go ahead and in the intro, maybe install it. Let's start with the installation command. I'm gonna zoom in so you can also see. And event handler callbacks are called with calendar object like this. So what exactly we want? Like an agenda? I think so. Where we can see available spots that we can book. Or what's the agenda list? What's the difference? Calendar, no. Calendar, but not what we need. Calendar list, no. Calendar provider, expandable calendar. Agenda list component for, oh, so this agenda list is made out of two things. Of the agenda list Oh, this would be very interesting for the doctors to see like a timeline. Or maybe even like for scheduling. Maybe we can do timelines there as well. Let's try to see how it works. Code example. Okay, it's a lot of things. We need a calendar provider. Should it be? This component extends scroll view. I don't know. Expandable calendars and timeline. Let me just copy everything from here and try it in our application. So I'm gonna copy the things that it renders. Oh my god, there is just so much things. Let me comment out what I have, and then timeline events. Timeline events. Let's copy this one as well to our data, new file, timeline events.js. I think that's TS. Okay, what else? We need to import it from data, timeline events. Anything else that we do not have? I think Lodash we don't have. What kind of image? Previous, left arrow, image source. So if I go here to one of them, okay, we see a timeline. It's kind of slow. But I want to understand what's the difference. What's the difference between all of these? So timeline. This thing is made out of an expandable calendar, which is on the top. So that's our expandable calendar. And of a timeline list. But what's the agenda list? Oh, the agenda is not displaying it hour by hour, but only like different days. So, okay. This one can be our like home screen to see like the events in the future. But when choosing a slot, probably the timeline is going to be what we will actually need. So current date. Is it a class component? Oh my god. Okay. Let's go ahead and start moving things to our code. For example, calendar view. Everything that we're rendering here, I'm gonna move them in here. All the imports should go at the top. Okay. Current date is our state, right? State current date. Get date. Const current date. Set current date. That's gonna be our use state. New date. Where it has that get. It has here, it initializes with get date. Where is it get date coming from? Okay, it's from there. Okay. Oh boy. Events by date. That's a state group by events. Events by date. Events by date. Set events by date equal use state. And initially, what's gonna be events by date? Group by events as this one. Now, timeline props. What's the timeline props? Oh no. Let's move some of the easy stuff, like on date changed. This is going to be a function. On date changed. Const. We're gonna set current date using date that we receive. Okay, from here we do not need this one. Anywhere else? No. Okay, it's gonna be hard, like just to move. Marked. That's a simple constant. Const marked. Okay. Where do we use it? This.marked. Next one, on month change. I think it's not implemented. Const on month change, month update source, timeline screen. Okay. Calendar provider. And timeline props. This is something, yeah, that we timeline props. Const timeline props equal to that. Create new event and approve new event. What's up with create new event? Did it support creating events there? That's interesting. Maybe we're gonna use it in a moment. Okay, unavailable hours. That's very good. Like we can do, 0 till, I don't know, 8 and from 6 to 24. So that means that, during the night, they are grayed out. Not 6, but 18, sorry. So from 8, we can have appointments all the way until 18. Okay, and this one can be adjusted based on the specific information coming from the doctor that we're trying to book an appointment with. What else do we see here? So current date, set current date, events by date. On background long press. I'm really wondering how it was working for them with this background long press. So let me go ahead and do export default. No, what happened? Export default. Export component. Oh, because the imports should be there. So if I go here, I'll see this one. Can I long press and what happens? Oh, new event. On background, long press out. What is happening in this create new event? Time string, time object. You know what I'm thinking to do is just to, instead of creating them like this, is I would like to have a lot of slots available, and then you just press on the slot to select it. And the slots that are still available, we will display with green. The slots that are not available, we're going to display them with something else. So let me go ahead and go back to my component here. Okay. Don't need this class component anymore, but I'm gonna still keep it there for a moment. Format 24 hours. Format 24 hours. Okay, it's gonna be a bit interesting to find it out like properly how we want it to work. On date changed. I think I'm gonna only have like load stuff. Date, set current date, on date change. So look, I'm not sure where and how, but I just need to get started. So basically, in a use effect, I want to generate. Let's also do const start of day equal to 8, and end of day, like what hour does the day start, and end of day is going to equal to 18. Now, what I have to do is I basically have to generate these timeline events: start, end, title, summary. Start, end. I think something like this we have to generate, starting from the beginning all the way. Okay, so get date, so we're gonna do some kind of a loop. Some kind of generate. I don't know, I'm gonna just start with something. Boy, const time slot equal to this is a string get date so I want to start looping from the beginning of a day. So that's going to come here as our start of day 00 const increments in minutes. So how long will one appointment take? Let's go with 30 minutes appointment. Now while new date time slot is less than new date I need one for the end of day with end of day. While they are smaller, I will put something into a slots array. So let's do slots dot push. We're gonna push an event with some kind of this structure. So where start is our time slot. Maybe we shouldn't work with time slots there. Maybe we should just simply work with we should work with, first of all, current date. Current date is what actually? Current date is it a string? Change the hours and minutes of a date in JavaScript. Is this individual doctor's calendar or is it a group calendar? No, this is actually the one that the end user will see when he will try to create an appointment. So I just want to display a list of available appointments from which the user can select. So set hours, okay, new date. Okay, let's see. So this let date, then date set hours with start of day. Date and then end of day. End of day dot set hours end of day. Now I don't think we need these time slots, but we need if date time slot date while it's less than end of day, we're going to push. We're going to push it here. Time slot date dot to what's going on? Can find. And I think we need start is going to be this one. Then we're going to move a time slot date dot add. How do we add? Add X minutes to a date. Will it work after it goes? Automatically takes care. Okay. So time slot date, we're gonna get the minutes and we're gonna increment with the number of minutes for every single appointment. Then slots dot push, simply start, then end, or maybe to ISO string. Oh, this is not the one. So what are we doing with these slots? Let's, at the end of this loop, let's go and console log slots to see if there is anything happening there. So if I go to appointments, it's going too slow. It was better using data FNS. Yes, maybe it's gonna be easier. Come on, iOS. What's happening again with my emulator? So start from 0759. I think for this time slot date dot set, let's do minutes 0. Then I know I need to reset like all the seconds. It definitely should be a better approach, but it's okay. Now let's save them in state. So const slots set slots equal use state initially empty array, and let's put the slots that we generate here in state. Now can we use the slots for the timeline? Instead of events, let's do slots. It didn't like it because it should be by day, I think, right? Events by date. Yep. Let's group by the slots here. Okay, we see available slots. Perfect. So all the way until 8:30. I think we need to do while time slot date. Yeah, it's a bit tricky. I don't know. I will leave it like this. You'd have to compare like if time slot date plus a couple of minutes is less than end of the day, not to schedule one extra. Maybe I can do it here, like if end is more or equal than end of day, then break. That's how you break. Not end, but the time slot date right now. Yes, now it works. And here you can just simply do while true. Okay. So who decides the color of these spots? Timeline list. Let's check the documentation. Come on, where is it? Timeline. Events. List of events to render on the timeline. Start. The timeline, day, start, time, and end. I think we should use the start. I'm using the timeline, but there is a time. I'm using timeline list. Wait a second, I'm confused. What's this? This is timeline list. It's not a timeline. Oh, maybe in the timeline props here, start should be What's the format of this start? The timeline day start time. So it should be 8 or start of day. Start of day. Yes, and it starts now from 8. Maybe start of day -1, just to have something before, and end of day +1. Let's go 0.5 and 0.5. Yes. And here all the way till, oh no, go with 1. So yeah, 8, 9, 1, and so on. Now, whenever we press on one of these items, we need to confirm with the user if he wants to schedule the booking. So I don't know what are these marked for. Think maybe it's in the calendar. Yep. So on, does it have something like on? No. What's the initial time? On event press. Let's try to implement this on event press. And what will we receive there? On event press, handle which event gets executed when event is pressed. Event. So we're gonna receive an event. And let's go here and do console log event. So whenever I go to the appointment, I can select one and I will see the end available spot and so on. The start and yep. So let's go ahead and on event press what you don't like. Doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and create an alert, or maybe we use something from React Native Paper. Does React Native Paper have some kind of models? Model is a simple way to present content above. Okay, let's try a model. Or let's not complicate ourselves and just simply do an alert.alert. Confirm appointment. The message. Please confirm the appointment with doctor with this ID. Knowing the ID, we will be able to know like exactly what name. But for now, let's just display the ID. Please confirm the appointment with doctor. This one on event.start. Event.start, yeah? So now if I just press here, please confirm the appointment with doctor 1 on this date. Okay, so here if I do new date, dot get to date string, what's gonna say now? Okay, and then we can say add this one to time string. Please confirm the appointment with the doctor 1 Friday, June 30 at 8 o'clock in the morning, GMT +1. Anything else? To time, to local time string. What's gonna be that? At 8 a.m. in the morning. Perfect. I think it looks really nice. So if you press OK, that should confirm that appointment, and probably that should redirect you to the appointment page, where you have a doctor, you have the time of appointment, and yeah, where you can communicate and discuss with the doctor more details. And after you select that appointment, we're gonna have to add a check where we push these available slots to only make sure that that spot is actually available from the doctor. So that's where we will get into a lot of, like in the backend, like in, we need like somewhere to store this data. We cannot do it just here. So it's gonna be tricky to continue it like this. But what we can do is when we confirm, okay, maybe we can add the alert, I think, has the third buttons where we can do style cancel, then style default, and on press, we should probably call the on confirm event. And as well, we'll receive this event. So now there should be two buttons, which I don't see. Is it text? Yes, it's text. And yes, maybe what we can do is, let's say that some of these slots are available. Or maybe to confirm and go to a new page. Let's do that. So let's now create a separate page that will display the appointment details, and we're gonna go there after pressing confirm. So in the application, we're gonna have a new folder, appointment or appointments. And under this appointments, we're gonna have a new file with the ID of appointment, .tsx. And here let's do React Native function export, appointment details. So appointment details, let's display the doctor with which we have an appointment and maybe some details about that appointment. But for the beginning, let's just redirect here. We're gonna redirect here from the doctor's page when we press on confirm event. So let's go ahead and simply send it to router dot. We need router. So const router equal use router. Now on confirm, we're gonna do push, or maybe even replace, and we're gonna go to appointments slash, I don't know, ID, like let's do 1. Here we're gonna have to actually save the appointment in database. So if I go to the doctor, if I select one of these slots, confirm, I should be redirected to the appointment details. And if I go back, I'm back to the search because I replaced the current. That's exactly what I wanted to do. I don't want to go back to that calendar. Okay, so that's good. Like we have an appointment page. Confirm. And yeah. Let's maybe also show the user interface on the home screen that will show you like your next appointment. For example, here there is upcoming appointment. So on the home page, we're gonna have the search, and then we're gonna have, I don't need a title. Maybe I need a title. Upcoming appointments. So the title will be 22. And the container will not align items in the center. Yes. And the search bar margin bottom 20. Okay, so for the upcoming appointments, we're gonna have, in a way, we have to render some appointments. For example, we can take them from let's generate some dummy data for them. Appointments.ts, and here we're gonna export const export default an array of appointments. So the ID of appointment 1 the event of appointment. Let's use this kind of events. Oh, we can also specify the color. That's good. Appointments, event, and maybe also the doctor, with information about the doctor. So where we want to render appointments, we will need a new component. Maybe we can reuse that doctor list item as a appointment list item. Appointment list item. With simply replacing a little bit here. Is going to get the appointment, and inside the appointment we have a doctor. So on the index, let's go ahead and import appointments from data, and where after this text we're gonna have a flat list of appointments where render item is going to render a simple appointment list item. So we have appointment there. Okay, good. Appointment list item. I'm not sure what's going on with the shadow there, but it's okay. So if I'm gonna have another one with ID 2 from 4 or maybe +1. What's the problem with maybe in the search the flat list has some content container padding that we need here as well? Yep. And in this appointment list item, besides the doctor, we also have an event which has a start date. So we can go ahead and render something extra. For example, well, first of all, when clicking on all of these things, it's not going to go to the doctor, but to the appointments dot, and this is .id. Now if I'm gonna go here, is appointment details, pressable and design view. Maybe here another text with appointment dot event dot start, and you can like basically do new date dot to yes, something like that. All right, so that would be the home screen where you see a list of appointments. You can go ahead and check the details of appointment, which we don't have yet. You can go ahead and search for specific doctors in your area. You can check their schedule. You can book an available spot from there, and you can confirm your schedule, and it will go to the appointment details. And here in the appointment details, like all we have to do is basically show what doctor, when, and basically what would be the next steps. So should we do that as well real quick? Maybe I can take some inspiration from here. For example, we have this pressable. So in the appointments ID, we can try maybe with a view. I don't need an icon there. Styles. Let's go ahead and get some styles here as well. So if I go there, okay, it shows something. So for the container, I'm going to remove shadow and so on, elevation, border radius, and just do it as a flex 1. Maybe not center, but at the top. Yeah. So this is more details about the appointment itself. And you can, take it from here and display like other information. You can maybe display all the appointments in your calendar. And now if you're gonna create a new one, for example here, you can confirm and it goes to the appointment detail page. All right, so I think we have implemented quite a lot of screens today. That was fully improvised. That was your ideas, guys, to build this kind of application. To be honest, I really enjoyed building this application, and I see a lot of opportunities for you to build also this type of applications. So maybe actually I'm going to add this kind of application to our idea list in order to do like a full a prepared build where we can cover both the front end and the back end. Because it's really exciting. It's if we power it with a proper backend and do everything, like it's going to be really powerful application that you can adopt to a lot of use cases. But for today, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I only wanted to remind you that only by the end of this week, we have our flash sale for the full stack mobile development course, where you can learn and become a full stack developer that can build mobile applications from start to finish, all the way from initializing it until it is on the market and in the hands of a user. So if you want to build these applications fast with the latest technologies, make sure to check academy.notjust.dev, following the link in the description below, and take advantage of a 25% discount, which is available for only 2 days left, like by the end of this week. So make sure to check it out, join, and I'm gonna see you on Monday, because on Monday we have our group coaching sessions with Academy students where we gather and I try to help you with issues that you have. So that was everything for today, guys. Thank you for your ideas. Thank you for being here with me till the end. And I'm gonna see you next week. Next week we're coming with new projects. We're going live every single Friday, so make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification.